share this stream everywhere. Reddit. There it is. Wait, I need to message Skippy. My controller is dusty. Nope, that's the wrong one. Ah, that's the. There we go. Yay! Here we go! So, as you Huh. That's new. As you probably noticed, I did not stream Monday. And I will not be able to stream tomorrow, so Wacky Wednesday. The reason why I wasn't able to stream Monday, I was actually sick. I got a pretty nasty stomach bug from work, because I work with kids, and I ended up not being able to go to work, so I was out sick. And the reason why I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow is because I am going to be visiting my parents over the weekend, and I have an appointment on Friday, so my mom's picking me up tomorrow night. Woo! Hopefully I will be able to stream on Saturday, however I make no promises. I do want to do Spacey Saturday though. So, Wacky Wednesday as an apology, I am sorry. And I am doing more Outer Wilds just in case I'm not gonna be able to. So, where I was last time, hello my singular viewer. Right. You control probe tracking and launch. I was trying to get through the electrical current. So there has to be something. Probe tracking module is receiving data from the launch probe. Any nomai aboard the probe tracking module would be the first to see the coordinates of the eye of the universe. No, my computer reports it as missing. I saw the probe tracking module through a projection pool. Somewhere underwater, I could see purple electricity outside the viewport. Alrighty, launch module was badly damaged, but its projection pool is still intact. Nomai named Marlowe argued that it wouldn't matter if the cannon's structural integrity was compromised since they only needed to fire the probe once. Nomai named Private countered that they wouldn't be capable of receiving right. The control module recently received a request from Ash Twin Project. Cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. Probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Okay, so I was working on that. Giant Steep definitely is something interesting. I feel like... Of course, there's more to learn in the Hanging and Sunless cities, and there's more to learn on the Quantum Moon. I wasn't able to stream Monday, and so I'm doing a Wacky Wednesday, which is going to be Outer Wilds, and I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream on Saturday, so I'm playing Outer Wilds just in case I'm not able to stream on Saturday. Because this game is fun. Wait, what is that? What is that? What are you? Fudge. What? I have no clue what that is, but whatever. Let's go to Giant Steep. Yeah, it's a great plan. I might switch like halfway through to something else. But for right now, I'm doing Wacky Wednesday, Outer Wilds. I'll probably end up switching to Subnautica or something like that if I do switch, in which case my brother will probably want to join. But hello, Skippy. It is good to see you. What's that? What are you? Oh, you're the island. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you. Okay, so you launch up. Wait, I think... Okay, you launch up. Where the... Wait, what? What the fudge sickles are you? Shit, where did my ship go? There it is. Crap. Okay, great. I am now stuck. Possibly? Mayhaps. Okay. There we go. Stop it. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so there's jellyfish in this. Fuck. And of course I just fell. This is great. Yes, I know it was detected nearby. How have I never found this before? Okay, so it's that way. It's the hazard to my health. Crumbs. Fudge! Sickles. Okay. Okay, there we go. Wait. No, son of a biscuit. Oh, hush, Skippy. I'm trying to be family friendly. The key word there is trying. Yes, I know there's Ghost Mountain nearby. Okay. No, I cannot afford to fail this again. Okay. Trip 4, entry number whatever. Mood. Crashes 2. Boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Oh! Yeah? Haha, yeah. All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant Steep. You just got feldsparred. Oh, shoot. My leg is completely numb. Ah! This is not good. This is not good. Oh, my leg should not be 100% numb. That's bad. Ah. Okay, there we go. That was one of my more dramatic feats, I do say so myself. I can't believe I was electrocuted. I can't wait to tell Hornfields and Grossman about that one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one. Dark Bramble, here I come. Wow. Oh, thank the Lord for that. Feldspar, you freaking genius. How did you do that, though? Also, isn't this like a Dark Bramble piece? There we go. Yes, I know that there's damage to the aft hull. And now to the cockpit again. However, I am trying to maneuver. Okay. What am I stuck on? Yeah, I know, I'm just clearly stuck on something. There we go. Hang on. Yes, they are. Ah, my background just became freaking bright. Ah. go. Ah, crumbs. Shoot. Buckle up, buckle up. Hold down and right stick to free look. There we go. Okay. Here, the cockpit. Gotta be kidding me. I don't know what's broken. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's gotta be on the other side. Right? No? What? I don't even know. Okay. Come on! Okay. Come on, let me out. 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 Let me out! There we go. Okay. No! Let go. Okay. That's fine. It's totally fine. Just let me go. Okay. Okay. I was trying to get out of it, but yet, yeah, I was trying to get out of it, but yet still be in an area where I can get back to it, because I feel like there's something important. Something else important, I should say. Well, let me check. Never mind. There is nothing left. What is that? Okay, I need to fix that. Because that's where the reactor is. Okay! Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Let... Okay. Okay, there's nothing around that side of it. Are you... Wait a second, there's a ship. I gotta go take a look at it. Okay. Thank you. Make sure that I'm good. Okay. What is this big one? Gosh darn it. Whatever. Could you please just let go? Thank you. I feel like there's gotta be something at the bottom of this. Alrighty. It only ever does that when I'm doing something big. I've noticed. Oh, shit. Well, that's not good. Worth it. That's not good. Alrighty. I am gonna go see Feldspar and ask him how the fuck he got past the electrocution stuff. Because I feel like that's important. Alrighty. Also, I don't know if I've said this before, but I love how androgynous they made the character, and they don't give him a name either. Yeah, I bet it does. So it's like genuinely perfect. Don't fall. Thank you. I have had it fall onto its side. I don't remember if you were here when that happened, Skippy, but it has happened. Ow. Ew. I want to make sure it's actually 2 feldspar. Yes. Perfect. Is that dark bramble seed? Hmm. Error duplicate signal. Yes, I know. You know, I have to say this. I wonder if... This is gonna sound really weird, but I wonder if it would be possible to get everyone to have the stuff. The whatever the memory stuff is. Time travel stuff. And like, could that be an end to the game? Because then technically you guys wouldn't ever die. I mean, yeah, sure, you would still die, but technically you wouldn't. Right? Does that make sense? Because, like, everyone would remember. Like, sure, everyone would die every couple of cycles, but it would still, you know, work. Yeah. I think it's the middle one. I have no clue what that is. Oh gosh darn it. It's not the middle one. Huh. Interesting. Yay. I think that's everything, so. Feldspar. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's coming here, well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Earthian to ever reach the Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you. They've made you an astronaut. You haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. Let me guess. Anglerfish. Haha. You got it in one. Kinda hard not to. Once you've seen the fish up close and person-like. There's plenty of fire to go around. You reached the core of Giant's Deep. How did you do it? Giant's Deep core, huh? Ah, that's a wild one. But since you're asking, I'm assuming you haven't... I've got to assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was one big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. Aww. Was sure a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. It's gotta be something with the vine. Right? Ow. puppy. Oh, shiznitch. I'm on my server's voice chat if you wish to join, Isaac. Ow. Yeah, I know my fuel level is critical. That's why I am trying to get back to my ship. Fuck. Hey, Neckbeard. Oh my god, Isaac, you... It's gotta be the vine. Thank you, Skippy, thank you. I can do a better one. There you go. Now it is just a matter of waiting for Isaac to join the freaking voice call that I am sitting in waiting for him to join. Oh my gosh. No, he's not. What? 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 That is bull. You should be able to. What do you mean you can't see it?
What? Were you in this room?
No, I wasn't. I was in another one. But what do you mean you can't see it?
Okay, where were you?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Hi. You should.
What one were you in?
Oh, you son of a bitch. Skylar,
What?
you pain in the ass.
What's going on?
Nothing. Now can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Get in here. This
I was casting a mirror up.
is a nightmare. Hello. This is a nightmare. Oh my gosh. Ow.
When do you think you're going to start inviting more people to this server?
We need to finish getting it set up, so if you guys could help, that would be lovely.
Yeah, I can do that.
Dope. I would kiss you, except I'm not comfortable kissing people I am not romantically attracted to. Amir is my sibling's name.
Yes, hello. That's
There is
me.
also Josh, however, he has not joined at all, so.
Yeah, well, nope, I can't say that on stream.
Yes. Oh, right. What was I going to do? Right! That!
What game are you playing?
Outer Wilds.
Outer Wilds.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Okay.
Fun.
Are there any other while you're streaming, I can work on,
There's no other channels that I can really think of. Oh, I am sorry. I'm sorry,
I'm gonna
Skippy.
change Crime Talk because that's themed through Skylar's server.
Yeah, the main thing. So, okay, I took the what's it called?
The template from Sky server.
Yes. So there are a
Mhm.
bunch of just random roles that need to be removed, and then there are a bunch of like things that need to be reorganized.
And you may need to add me 6 for that, and I would add like a bunch more bots like Wacky, Plural Kid,
Yeah.
etc. Is
Seriously?
boundaries the same thing as triggers?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Anyway, what were you up
Island
to today, Chris?
Thorny Vines. Sorry, what did you say?
So promo bits and stuff, Cobug.
What have you done?
So I went to see Feldspar because I made it to Bramble Island, but I don't know how to do the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
You're
sorry that you keep
Bramble
disconnecting, Skippy. That sucks. So I'm going back to Bramble Island because what he said makes me think that the way to the core is through Bramble Island.
Okay.
Possibly through the ghost matter area of it.
What specifically made you think that?
He said are you freaking kidding me?
Do you want there to be a venting channel or no? Isn't there a rule against that?
I don't know. Why must you... You son of a biscuit! Okay.
Do you want there to be a venting channel or no?
Yes, please.
Alright, I'm just gonna look at my server for reference.
Yeah.
Do you want there to be a karaoke voice channel?
No, Amir, I can't handle this right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll just do what I think works, and if you want to change it, then you can change it. Does that work for you?
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to play the freaking game. Yes. But I am stuck on the brambles again. Okay. You know what? I think that's good enough. No, it's not. Damn it! It's not just sensory overload, it's just I'm trying to keep up with chat and the game, and I'm trying to do something that is extremely difficult in the game. And I can't have questions being shoved at me. No offense meant, Amir, I know you're not trying to.
No, yeah, I'm trying to help you out with something that you're not able to talk about right now.
That I don't have the brain power to focus on right this second. What was that, Babby?
Kind of sounds like something. I've done everything
Oh,
except
oops.
those, the extra levels of Light Defender and P5. Honestly,
Oh, good lord. Come on, let me up.
and Trish hasn't played.
No,
Almost.
I
Alright,
have
I
not.
made venting, positive vent.
Amir, not right now.
I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
I think I might go because I was previously hanging out with Akio and Rooster before I saw that you guys. I was just popping in mostly to say hi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
alright if
fine.
I leave?
Tell my child I say hello.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.
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 I need to get launched into space so that I can actually frickin' move.
Okay, there is an intended exit or entrance that's accessible from sea level.
Yes, I know. However, my ship is up there and I need to get back to my ship.
Okay, there's a way to get, well, okay, I don't actually know where you park, so.
I parked it on top of a hole.
Okay.
It's on top of the ghost batter too.
Why do you need to get back to your ship?
Because I need to move around and actually be able to take off. Not just very awkwardly hover.
Okay, but like, where are you trying to go? Are you just trying to get around the island, or are you trying to go somewhere else?
I think I might know how to get to the thing, to the core. And I think that has to do with this. Okay. Now I have to be very careful. Okay! Yay, I got in! Oh my gosh, that was hard. Just because of what he said. Because what he said was, it feels like cheating if I tell you, oh yeah, by the way, you should check out that really big tube that I got that my ship crashed into.
Okay. What did you find at the tube?
I found a jellyfish. Fudge sickles. So I'm thinking it has something either to do with this, because there's jellyfish in this, or the actual jellyfish. Down below. Does that make sense?
Some, yeah. Was, when you were underneath the current, was there anywhere that you, yeah, honestly, do land on a flat surface. When you were under the current, was there anywhere that you couldn't seem to get in the world?
Hang on, I need to read about the jellyfish. I know that it's somewhere. Frozen jellyfish. Eat this enormous jellyfish. Outside it was rubbery and tough. It's possible that slates jellyfish is inside. They're insulation.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you going to say, Isaac? Hey
You know
guys,
the
I'm...
islands get picked up by tornadoes, right?
Yes.
Why do you think that's possible?
Because they're, actually islands. They aren't connected to anything. Guys, I'm stuck. I'm stuck!
Really?
Yes!
You also broke your artificial gravity, which I've never seen before.
Ugh.
Seriously, how did you break your art?
Oh my god. Shove it! Shove it,
But-
Skippy!
So you're saying that they are essentially islands floating on the water, yeah?
Yeah.
You've gone below the water.
Yeah. I have to meditate. I
I'm
give up. I
confused
just keep getting
what-
more stuck.
I'm confused what you think exploring an island will do.
Okay, what I was thinking was the dark bramble tunnels, okay? They're bigger on the inside than they are on the outside. So what if there was a seed that I could go into on the Bramble Island on Giant's Deep that has the jellyfish in it?
So
Is it really that far of a leap?
your logic confuses me. You are going to the island with the frozen jellyfish to enter the dark bramble thing with the hopes that there will be jellyfish on the other side of the dark bramble hole.
Yes.
Versus going to where you saw live jellyfish.
Yes. I saw it today. I dropped by there in the previous, not last loop, but the one before that. Because I just started a new loop.
You've seen it before though, right?
Yes, I have seen it before.
Like before today.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Because I thought you had, but you're getting the details, you're just not. You're following a lot of the logic that I am expecting you to follow, and then you seem to following logic that I'm not.
I am following the logic, but I am taking a hard left at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're jellyfish. So
Yeah, it's not fun. And if there was a suit, they can cut it more by letting me float stuff. I may be overstepping my role as a supervisor here.
damn it.
so well.
What if I got underneath a jellyfish? Maybe? Actually, what happens if I just touch one? Shit. Ow.
I'm just wondering where is the reactor? Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised you know.
But like, if I touch the actual jellyfish, they zap me. Right? Are you freaking kidding me?
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, did you go inside the jellyfish on Bramble? Because I thought you did, but the cat is pretty
I
adamant you had it.
don't think so.
Okay, well, you still guessed that it was insulation, so that's good enough.
Well, I read the stuff, so
I also never went deep enough. I never went that deep in the jellyfish. I just hung out in the floaty stuff. That still protects you. Welcome to the very core.
this is bull crap.
Why?
Nothing. Okay, hang on. there's gotta be somebody else who has a, whatever it's called, right?
Explain your reasoning.
Because there's 3 of them lit.
Would be logical.
Huh?
Would be logical. Unless there's another reason for one of them to be lit or something.
Retrieving data from probe 9318111. Visualizing current trajectory. I'm not reading the whole name. That's cool.
Yeah. We love a good projection. Look at all those.
Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. Total number of probes launched. Wow. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria. Found in place. Found by probe 9318054. Ooh, intriguing. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for Eye of the Universe. Wait, what? That's
What?
That's bullcrap.
Why?
Because I can't actually read that.
Oh. Yeah. Alien numbers. What's the next one do?
Wait, your eyes are open. He remembers.
Who?
At least I think he does. Okay.
Who does?
Sign whatever his name, or fix whatever his name is.
But neither of those were correct enough for me to get it. Give me the planet.
Dark bramble.
Feldspar?
Yes. Okay, I have already read that. What the heck am I supposed to do now? I don't like this doorway.
I think they're cool.
Stop it.
Okay, do light tap.
What?
Do light taps. How far you move your control stick controls how much thrust you give. If you just tap your upwards thrust for a second rather than doing upwards thrust plus your boosters,
My upwards thrust is bound to my booster. because I did it in the whatever it's called.
Oh, you did it in the pre-flight check?
Yeah.
Okay, well that would explain it.
Didn't Feldspar? Possibly?
You talking about there?
So there has to be someone who remembers though, right? Also, I am exploring around here because I've never been here before and want to know everything.
Well.
But Feldspar was the only other person to get down here.
What did the statues do?
They store your memories.
How do you record memory? Like, at its most basic form. How do you record anything?
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what this dot is. Oh, I think it's my scout. What? Okay, that was bizarre. Okay, so the memories are recorded in the masks.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the masks are. So...
You don't know where the masks are.
they're on the Ash Twin. So I need to get back to the Ash Twin.
Honestly, best of luck. It's gonna be difficult to get there without your ship.
Oh, right. Forgot that happened.
I mean, it's fully possible. It's just hard.
So which one is the Ash Twin?
Take a guess.
I mean, yes, but... whatever.
We need more. We
Okay.
don't know what actual question you were asking.
Are you kidding me? There's more to explore?
What?
Go to heck.
Oh. Yeah. You
Oh.
You probably didn't scan one thing. If you're going for completionist, it matters. If you're not, honestly, would it? Yeah. You probably forgot to scan something. That the game be mildly. You don't need all of the information in the game as long as you know enough to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Still,
no
it's
actual.
gonna bug me. I'll probably end up going back later and
Okay,
figuring it out.
that's fair. Have you ever explored the ash twin?
Yes. Ow.
Because I don't remember you doing that.
You've got to be freaking kidding me. Just land. Gosh, I know the landing gear is damaged. It's not that damaged. Oh, fuck.
Uh-huh. Good job. I can't believe you still haven't explored the actual movement options of the game.
The actual what options?
You've never taken the time to just figure out how flight works.
Shut up.
And yeah.
In fairness, I am good at flying. I am. I genuinely am. I just get annoyed. Also, let's turn that off.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Everything else is fine on or off. That's not.
Yeah, that one's just annoying. Okay. Can't believe I forgot my suit again. Again.
It happens if you didn't do. So what do you know about the accident?
Not much.
Anything you remember?
I explored part of the city, the towers, but that's about it.
Okay, but do you remember anything that, do you remember any other place mentioning stuff that was
Yes, I remember a few places mentioning stuff that's around here.
like,
Pretty much all of the Know My stuff is talking about the Ash Twin project.
huh?
Okay, that's the Ember Twin. So this is what I need. Please go down faster. my ship? Yes, it did. Okay. That's over there. I'll look for that later.
Just listening to the guys one minute.
It's not low enough for me yet.
Yeah. You can also look around the rest of the planet. Or just follow the big sand thing. That's what I do.
Or just follow the big what?
The thing between the two planets. What's making the sand or dust fall, or ash fall from the ash twin?
Oh crap, I forgot about oxygen. Gravity?
Yeah, I just follow the big old killer plant.
Okay, fair enough.
Entertaining. Also because I think the gravity is low enough that I can just continually skim along the surface, following it.
Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station? Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Fine. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. I'm curious, Rami thinks I'm a gas. I don't recall requesting you to monitor this conversation, Idea. I don't see what the state of matter you are has to do with this. I do recall supporting the Sun Station's and I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction. However, here we are. Hypothesis: time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. I am immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. That, at least, we can agree on. Great. There has to be a way to deal with these that doesn't involve doing that.
Maybe.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Also, little tip for you if you don't want to be waiting around too long.
Yeah.
If you sleep by the fire, it speeds up time for a little bit.
Yeah, I know it does. But I would more like to, you know, have my ship nearby. Rather than down on the other planet.
You can land. Okay.
I want to land on the sun station eventually.
It would be kind of weird if they just put some there that you never got to interact with.
Sorry, what did you say, Isaac?
It would be weird if they just put something there that you never get to interact with.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's just barely enough gravity for you to hover.
Yeah. This place is fun.
No! Oh my gosh, my intrusive thoughts. Do you remember the sit/hover discussion on Hell's Bells?
Yes, I do. Sure.
Yeah. That's what my brain went to.
Follow the sand. Sand will be
What the hell are you saying? You're just muttering incoherently.
Did you not actually make it out?
No.
Praise the sand god. The sand god reveals all. The sand god will reveal the truth. Praise be to the being that touches the sky and the other sky's ground.
Oh my gosh.
I think I just invented a new religion. I want to not want to join.
I'm falling behind the tower. No!
Flying is happening.
Ow.
Well,
I hurt my
I think
kneecaps.
you just wanted to. Yeah, but I thought you were just gonna fly straight into the pillar.
No. I'm smarter than that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure you had enough control. I thought you were going to say. Hard to say. I thought you were going 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 to say. I thought
I'm gonna stop and get some oxygen. Oxygen. Okay, here's my question for all of you. Have you guys heard the Subnautica PDA voice? Okay. You cannot tell me that voice is not a white woman. Because it just has to be.
Do you actually mean PDA?
Yes.
Public display of affection?
No, personal digital assistant, I believe it is.
Public display of affection.
Oh my god. This is what I deal with daily. This is what I deal with. Every day.
Hey, not this week. This week is finals. I don't have time for anything. That's
Yeah, that
finals.
is fair. That is fair and completely true. Very disappointing.
Next week is technically next week is finals, but this is the week for everything that is not success.
It is very hard to do that. I am able to whistle the tune, but it is very difficult.
I can't whistle.
Oh my god! That was completely a joke, but holy crap. Okay, here's my question. When the sun supernovas, does all of the sand temporarily turn to glass?
I would assume not.
Well, because think about it, there's immense heat.
Okay, yeah. But anything under enough heat will immediately turn not just anything under enough heat immediately evaporates.
Fudge!
And in some cases, probably even immediately turns into plasma. It's really hard to get through that, huh?
Yeah!
It's almost like... It sure would be convenient if you could just, like, be a few inches higher for a little bit.
Huh?
Well, there's a clear pathway through, it's just the problem is it's in midair.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that much control over jetpack.
Dang it, I should have looked at where that is so that I can just land on it in the future. Whatever.
I mean... Okay. It's really difficult to pinpoint where on the surface that is without any other references, because that's right along the equator.
Yeah.
Also, but it is the first thing that gets uncovered on the surface.
Yeah.
Also, if it gets too irritating, you can move on to another tower and come back.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's why I slept briefly.
Huh.
I am out of my drink. Which is very sad. No, 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 no. Holy fudge sickles! Oh my god.
Yeah, that is the problem with sleeping for a while longer than changes
Oh,
position in the universe.
that was the narrow escape.
Oh yeah, it's fun how close you can see them, isn't it?
Yep.
Now imagine if you got good enough at that, you could just walk up to the pump station.
Yep. Fudge sickles.
What's the issue?
I accidentally launched my scout. I did not mean to.
Oh no, your scout, which can teleport back to you, is flying off into the distance.
It was more of a damn it, I didn't mean to press that. Okay, I will be right back. I need to go to the bathroom and get myself another drink because I am out. So,
How dare you?
I will be gone for not very long. So just one moment, please.
How dare you? Hey chat, how's it going? Any of y'all played the DLC? Yeah. I'm still playing through that. I got to a point and then I got busy with school and I'm honestly a little annoyed with it, so don't having trouble motivating myself to get back into actually dealing with the new areas. Uh, because they aren't here right now and they don't listen to the whole thing. Of course you are skipping. Something in the second location. I guess it's the second, whatever. In the dark, one of the guys doesn't have a light, and it's bothering me because I can't see them, and they keep getting me. And there's no other way to avoid them.
Stop it,
Here's the problem with
Skippy.
but, you know.
Skippy, stop rickrolling my chat. Also, I may or may not have been going to get the drink specifically so that I can take medication so that I don't pass out from exhaustion after doing an extra long stream.
Sure. How long are you planning on streaming?
At least 3 hours.
Well, that'll be fun.
Fair enough.
There was nothing specific.
too late. I already scrolled up.
There was literally nothing. The game gives you a big old warning that it's spooky. That's the only thing.
Fudge.
Look, you forget. I am a coward. She is my girlfriend. Besides, she put
It is true. He is very much a coward. No, you son of a biscuit. Stop it.
Okay, then I got no clue what you're talking about.
You kidding me? That's malarkey.
What?
Nothing. I was trying to land my scout on the edge so that I could look down and in. Thank you.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that actually is a really good question. How does Feldspar play the harmonica in a freaking spacesuit? Maybe he has it inside his suit?
No, because he puts it. You can see him holding it. He puts it down when you approach. Maybe he has a crack in his. Or maybe he has his face mask slightly popped open.
Maybe.
I mean, there's oxygen around, so it doesn't need to keep it on.
Yeah. That is true. Friends visiting from the Hanging City, we are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin's equator. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be kidding me!
What?
I became lost on Ember Twin. My gratitude that Rami found me, but the High Energy Lab is the building with the large solar panels. Yeah, no duh. I'm surprised I didn't see it. Yeah, so am I. I imagine otherwise immensely clever convoy would lose his head if it were automatically impossible. This is a warp thing. Right? What? Oh, sorry. Sorry, chat.
What were you mad about, by the way?
The fact that it's on Ember Twin.
What?
The fact that the project is on Ember Twin. Wait,
Right?
so who? Yeah, that is true.
Haven't you been to the higher energy lab?
Yeah.
You explored all of it.
Yeah.
Why do you think the Ash Twin project is there?
Because it said it!
No?
Oh my god. Okay. Whatever. Yes, I am going to read it again.
You got time to kill anyone.
Don't worry, my beloved. We are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab.
Planning.
Oh.
There was information there.
Yes, I already read it.
Yeah. Don't these towers look cool?
These towers are cool. Just because you're over something explored somewhere doesn't mean.
That's fair.
I understand that. However, saying that there's more there when I've just barely read it. Yes, I understand that, and I very much agree. It is a wonderful idea. It's just, it takes me time to process, especially with the ADHD.
Yeah, that is fair. Just the immediate misinterpretation was baffling.
The immediate misinterpretation was understandable, given my ADHD. What? Okay. Here's our first delivery. Yarrow, 1 warp core, fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Root is installing the core's sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this. I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I will return with more materials soon. My gratitude, Clary. With this, the Ash Twin project is underway. I confess I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on the White Hole Station that started this project. Could I visit sometime to learn more? I recommend you do. The White Hole Station is the model for the towers we've built for the Ash Twin project. So visiting the station would be doubly useful. I suppose, more precisely, I would like to visit the White Hole Station with you, Clary. I'd be happy to explain our findings. Yarrow, stop using the scroll on the scroll wall to flirt with my sister. In romantic matters, her density rivals a neutron star. And go meet her on the White Hole Station. I love that. Stop flirting with my sister.
The little slices of life are wonderful, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Okay. Yes, there is more. I will come back to that because there's clearly something at the end of that. Hello. Was ist das? Something that I cannot access yet. Aw, that's sad. There's more dead people. Okay, so it's underneath the sand somewhere. No! Okay, now that the sand has gone down some more, I will see if I can reach the bottom. Yes, I can. Wait. Oh, that's malarkey. Wait, what is that? Okay. Okay. Terrifyingly bright sun. I need to run back to the place with the trees and get more oxygen. Spooky. The sun.
Yeah. Nice and red.
What? No, there has to be something else here. There has to be.
Why do you think that? I mean, there is something else here. You just discovered it and wrote it off.
Wait, no! There was an edge there. Dang it.
Okay, you can get it when you fall down.
Except I missed.
Okay, so you go up again and you try to catch it.
Which side of that side? Seriously, there's nothing here?
If you wanted to get back to the top, how would you do so?
Go up.
Yeah, but if this tower wasn't here, it'd be a bit of a pain, right?
Oh. That makes sense.
Pizza. Most people do. I don't know why people can't little pizza. The Foo Fighters are what they call UFOs in World War II, I think. may or may not have read chat. I'm not cheating at all.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to say this much. My cousin's fiance is lending me her old Wii U because she doesn't play it, and all of her games for it, and just
Where did this tangent come from?
huh?
Where did this tangent come from?
I don't know, but yeah, the stack is almost as tall as my hands.
Next time I visit home, remind me to take a picture.
No, I understand. This is not, by any means a shocker. It's just it's a lot of games. It's a lot of games. It is by no means a shocking amount. It's just I don't know how long until she will want it back, but it's gonna easily take me a couple of months, possibly even a whole year to do that. To play all of those. Okay. You know what? I am going to try to get into the Black Hole Forge.
Okay.
I know I have already done it, so that's why I am willing to ask chat. Does anyone remember which teleporty spot brings me in on the inside of Brittle Hollow?
Okay, yeah, you did actually do that. That's true. They are close. They look like different assets.
Perfect. Don't forget my spacesuit.
I think it's the second to last one.
Okay. And then, how do I activate it again? I don't remember. Ow. No. Thank you. Okay. Where was the Black Hole Station? Black Hole Forge controls. Alright. I've read that. Ow.
Shut up, alarm.
What was that, Bappyman?
Not talking to you. One of my alarms went off.
Got it. Okay, that's the tale of the thing getting caught, the vessel, black coal station is over there. Press the wrong button. I don't believe anyone is coming to save us. I agree.
Does it gotta be pizza like you want?
Huh?
Skippy wants pizza.
Go get pizza!
Does it gotta be pizza? Could you do like a calzone? Or even just like a Subway pizza sandwich? Italian bread, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, marinara sauce if they have it. That depends on location.
Yeah. Or you could do a flatbread. That's what I do for the pizza subs. Fair enough.
Okay, hear me out. Pizza for dinner, something else for lunch.
Crap, where do I go? Ah, there it is. Okay. I always do the free fall.
Yeah, but then you can replace. You can have a small thing for dinner.
Okay. Now,
Have an apple for
where
dinner.
is
I mean, I would never.
it?
Some people would say.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna hop off the screen while you do that?
Oh my gosh, I have 8 viewers. Holy crap. Dude, I am doing at least 3 hours, possibly 4 or 5.
Seriously? You're doing.
Yes, there is a reason I took my medication.
I got you real tough.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna let you know that
Fudge!
I can stay up for like a max of 2 hours before it starts actually impacting me.
Y'all, I pressed the wrong button.
If it's a 30-minute walk away.
I know, it is a cool eclipse effect. Okay, if it is a 30-minute walk away, okay, you could theoretically go to the pizza place. Is that a round trip or... Oh. Ooh, yeah, that's not fun.
But food is more important than Outer Wilds, as much as it blows me to say it. But
It is true. It is true. Food is more important. There's a reason I keep snacks next to me. Plus sitting in my own sorrows.
go get food. I will shoot you a message if Chris actually gets close to finishing the game.
I love the question mark in his voice.
If the thing is, I'm not sure how many different things we would want to update. Because, like, there's the Aspen project, there's the Quantum Moon stuff,
That is true.
and then there's actual
Yeah, you could.
game.
If you're willing to splurge, DoorDash is awesome. That is true. Walks are good for your health.
You got data?
Yeah.
Because we got data, even if the place has free Wi-Fi, most places do. You could go and launch from there.
I love how we're trying to logic out.
Look, I'm not doing anything else.
Fair. Dang it.
Do you want to help getting to the place?
Possibly.
Okay, go to the North Pole of the planet, or you can just duck under the surface. That works.
Ow. There we go.
Okay, gonna work.
Great, stuff is falling and I need to hurry.
Always falling.
Huh?
Stuff always falls.
Yeah. Ooh! Hello, first time chatter. Okay. Black Hole Forge District, Eye Shrine, Melwater School. Okay, I need the Black Hole Forge District.
I don't know, man.
Crap. Okay. Does anyone remember where the controls for the Black Hole Forge are? Are they down in the school district?
Which one was the school district?
The bottom one.
No.
It's in the Melwater district. Okay, thank you. That's this one, right? Yes. Thank you, Skippy.
It's also where you started.
No, it wasn't. At least I don't think so.
Yeah.
Huh. There we go. Okay. Now, okay, it was where I started. I am an idiot. Okay. Now, where was the big teleporter thing?
Check the map.
Hardy har har, Skippy. Okay, it's
No, if
gotta...
you want to do that for a thing, you do we're blasting off again.
Yep.
What are you trying to look for?
The, what's it called? Actually, it might be...
Teleport?
Yes.
You know the answer.
No, there was a big one. It wasn't the Ash twins. Statue Island, Statue Workshop, Ocean's Death, Bramble.
Okay. Skippy says if you want to learn more about which tower is which, remember where they planned the towers. Which I believe you can actually just pull up from here if you care to.
Built for the Ash Twin project. Okay, where was the place that I learned about the constructing technology? That was this place, I believe.
Yeah. Now they see projected the log.
Okay, let me just get out of here first. Oh. I'm going to stop moving so that I'm not just drifting through space. Okay.
Probably good.
Yes, it was this place.
Look,
What?
the different things you can choose between. Like the things on the left in the list.
What do you mean? Gravity cannon.
Why are you going to the high energy lab?
The Nomai discovered they could increase the negative time interval between the arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp core. This, I'm pretty sure this is where I first warped. Aside from the white star. No, that's a bad idea.
Fair. My brain processes it differently. The information I thought that she was looking for was readily available in the log. It is not the information they are looking for, apparently. So I am wrong.
I'm gonna do some sketchy shit. Doo-da, doo-da. Hope I get away with it. Oh, dee-doo-da-dee.
What if I want to speak, but not... What if I want to object and forward?
Guys, my autopilot isn't working right, and I'm having issues. Because it keeps trying to... Hush, Skippy.
No, the autopilot isn't damaged. It's properly working. It's just... Well, now fixing the opportunity tank is not a bad idea.
Okay, there we go. It keeps trying to fly me into the sun. That's what I mean by it's not working great.
It's working exactly as it is designed. It is taking you on the shortest path to your objective. It just so happens to be directional.
Great, perfect, good enough. Stop flying around. That way, it's that way. Crap!
Wait, what's going on?
I need to get in here. Crap.
City, because if you don't get to the people might not feel like, because if people bring you the stuff and then you don't get it, then they're not getting pleasure. It's stupid, yeah, but
Isaac, I hope you know I'm not listening to you, like, at all.
yeah, I know. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
And I'm aware that he was stopped listening. He was gone. Slightly ADHD and coming up. How do you say that? I thought you called that a ID 10T error?
Isaac, I've been to the teleporty thing before. Please, just tell me where it is.
There are 2 places where there are teleporters.
Yes.
Name them.
No, there's 3!
There are 2. Name them.
The White Hole Station and the Ash Twin?
Correct.
Where are the...
Okay.
Chat, I'm gonna mute for a second because I'm gonna say something that is most definitely not Twitch appropriate.
Daddy, I told you earlier when you asked.
No! That's not the right spot, though!
Yes, it is.
No, it's not!
Go there. Prove me wrong. Did it not mute?
Wait, did it not mute? Or can you read?
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. I mean, it definitely wasn't Twitch appropriate. It definitely was not. Okay, Isaac. The first time that I managed to teleport to the inside of whatever it's called. Okay? Brittle Hollow, that's the word.
You were on the Ash Twin.
Okay.
There are 2 places in this game where you can teleport.
When I get to the Ash Twin, please tell me where to go.
Okay, since you have the information available, do you want me to spell out a bit more what I've been trying to say?
That would be lovely.
Okay. In the high energy realm, you find out how the Aspen towers were planned. And you can see this from the data log, which is what I was trying to get you to point to at. It was very confused when you weren't. It says that each tower looks like the location it takes you to.
Yes, I understand that much.
Or looks like something from that location.
Ow. Fudge! I'm going to die. Great, just great. Just great.
You have all the time in the world, Abby.
You know, there are very few times where I wish to strangle my partner. However, this is one of them. That is fair. That is actually very fair.
Okay, Daddy.
I do not have all of the time in the world. I have 22 minutes until the world explodes.
Yes, and then it restarts and you can go again.
Yes, but it is annoying when that happens. Alrighty.
Nothing changes.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I have to be standing on this to be teleported. Fuck.
What?
Nothing. Okay, you know what?
And
I'm going
yeah,
to...
if you're streaming for 5 hours, then definitely meaningful.
That was a very strong maybe with the 5
Okay,
hours.
you're only streaming for 3 every day. You have nothing.
Isaac, I want you to understand my brain does not recognize that.
Okay, but this is a game of patience.
Yes, but that is not how my brain works. Okay, perfect. Great, lovely. Just get me right here. Thank you. Much appreciated. Huh?
That's a fun purpose to do. I was wondering why you can go to the inside of that globe.
I have no clue what y'all are talking about.
There's an entrance on the north
Ah.
wall of Brittle Hollow. So yeah, a big point of this game is that when time loops around and you don't ever die, you don't really have to stress about anything.
And I will say this again, that is not how my brain works. There we go. Okay. Which one's Brittle Hollow?
Okay. If you had to attribute each one to a place in the solar system, what would you pick for these?
Top left, the sun. Top right, the twins. Bottom left, the Tangled? Whatever it's called.
You are thinking of Dark Bramble.
Yes, Dark Bramble. And then the far right one would be the whatever it's called, so, okay. Okay.
Oh my god, the problem for whole night. It makes sense later. Although, the one he thinking is Dark Bramble, I also never really, I didn't got the from Reddit.
No.
Oh yeah, it makes sense when you know what you're looking for. If you're looking at arbitrarily, weird.
God damn it. I've already done so much. I don't want to have to do it again.
Just focus on Mountain 9. The place you're trying to get hasn't even been covered at all yet. Yeah, man. Well, important. I need to put a 2-hour limit on this.
Sorry, chat. I needed a moment. Totally fine. Now, totally fine. Ow, my throat. Yeah. What the fuck?
I love how it does that sometimes.
Like genuinely, what the actual fuck?
Well, you can go up quite high enough for it to completely escape.
Oh my god.
Or you dig it, but the direct path took you back into the gravity well, so it just slammed you back to the ground. Then it matched velocity, and then it took off again.
Oh my god. Loud.
And yeah, follow the water.
Okay. I am on the North Pole. You say there is a gap in the ice somewhere.
There is flowing water. Follow it.
Follow the water?
You can still hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Well, that was fairly close.
Oh.
Okay. I found water. Is it flowing? Yes. This way.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really realize this was water. Apparently you're going against the
I can't freaking tell. Okay.
Not near where you should be. I can't believe you could have gone to that and find it.
Oh! Well, that's nice. Well, they even built a staircase here because they knew about it. That's awesome.
I can't believe that the one feature in this game Binding was the one that was behind the waterfall.
Alright.
Not necessarily system.
Ashwin Project requires powerful, highly advanced warp core. How should we? Huh. Intriguing. Oh, hush, Skippy. Okay, so now how do I get up? Ah, staircase. Yeah. Scroll? Solution 1, we could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. That would require returning to the bag to the Dark Bramble. Plume, my father said many good nomad perished there. My mentor Caloris and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. Remember the anglerfish fossil? We used to play in Fossil Fish Cave when we were children. What Merle and I learned from the fossil is that that fossil would theoretically help us evade anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on live specimens. The vessel's warp core is broken. At best, recall present when the vessel crashed, it said it sustained lethal injury. There is no guaranteed reward for the risk. Yeah. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature and extent of the damage. Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint, provided we are able to transport it back here. Yeah. And you guys are right, this is a much easier way to get into it. Oh my god! Let me go. Thank you. Let me go. Let me go. Please. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, I should refuel and heal. There we go.
Both of you.
Okay. I think this one would be Brittle Hollow? Maybe? Well, either way, it has oxygen. Wait, geyser one?
Why do you think
Oh,
this is
right.
not-
Okay. This one's Brittle Hollow because it's got all the jagged edges.
Looks like one of the pieces that falls.
Yes.
But
Okay. It startled me. I was a little bit scared. I was like, please let this actually frickin' work.
it does. You ready to see black hole speak?
No?
No?
But here I go. Hey, buddy. Your eyes are still closed. Okay. Where am I taking this first black hole core? And where am I taking the remaining cores once they are ready? All of the warp towers are being constructed on the ash twin, so the black hole cores will go there. My gratitude in that case. Poke, Clary, I'm leaving for delivery. I'll send Yarrow your regards. Poke, I'll return to the forge shortly. I'm going to catch up to Root and help him deliver the first core to the ash twin just to make sure Yarrow receives it. Of course you are. The white hole cores for the warp receivers, each of the 6 are being constructed at different locations, so their deliveries will be a greater pain in your cervical spine. The tower designs in the high energy lab on Ember Twin reveal each receiver's location. Ask Yarrow, he is familiar with them. Okay. Regarding the warp towers on Ash Twin, does each tower have to be perfectly aligned with the center of the astral body to which it's tuned? We don't need the alignment angle to be exact, we only need it to be within 5 degrees of the astral body center. Of note, this gives us a slightly longer warp window. I imagine this window will last roughly several seconds. As such, any Nomai stepping onto the warp platform during the active window will immediately be warped. We will need to be careful around the platform for the duration of its time, its activity, to avoid accidental transportation. See you, Neckbeard. I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, but if, for example, a tower's base were to shift even slightly, the tower may no longer align with its astral body. More accurately, I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, provided the next Nomai is not Poke. I mean, fair. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then scroll, which I need to read. Of note, Yarrow believes he spotted a flaw in the warp tower's design, namely that one of the warp towers on Ash Twin will never be active because its warp receiver will never align overhead. Does your romantic interest think a warp tower's alignment is its receiver? Does he not know that a warp tower always aligns with the central of the corresponding astral body? It is not unreasonable. That isn't an unreasonable belief, given the receiver does have a location or in close orbit around the relevant astral body. I seem to recall that was your understanding of warp technology at first. No, Yarrow understands the distinction. He likely doesn't realize the Hourglass twins are so closely together that they function as a single astral body, with a shared alignment point between them. Huh. Intriguing. Now, where is the projector?
Who says it's in here?
I know it's not in here. I am going to figure out where it is.
Glad you're enjoying your people.
Are you happy that we told you to get it now, Skippy? Exit to surface. Black hole forge.
I'm gone on the wrong one.
Okay. If you say I went the wrong way again, I will. Something that Twitch is not going to be happy about.
I'm not trying to be mean about it or anything.
What the fuck? Yeah, that is true. Okay, this is not what I thought it was. What the fruitcake are you?
What? Take that. How? How about again?
Good news, Yara. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of the Ash Twin. I am intrigued to love. Everyone here seems to be working on the Ash Twin project. Everyone here working on the Ash Twin project is excited to see it. Pi is beside herself with joy. No, it isn't. Everything went well at the forge. The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished. If my sister tells you otherwise, then she will be finished as well. Nice. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary. Her work is beautifully clever. No, like, if... Okay, they were not there before.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was glitched because there's not anywhere you can look in here that actually, but
Yeah.
it was glitched. This is what it was meant to be.
So, now the question is, how do I get back to the Ash Twin?
How did we get here?
Will it work in reverse?
One way to find out.
Fair enough.
Or you could hop into the black hole, go to the Whitehall station, and then pilot yourself along.
No, that's too much work.
You should also read the little
Oh,
thing that pops
right.
up.
Departure time, arrival time. Oh! Step onto warp receiver to activate return to warp.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Everything
I
gets
knew that there
swapped.
was a way to get back. I just didn't remember what it was. Hey. Oh,
Every
great.
time you use it, teleporter gives you a return warp
Yes.
out of like that. Honestly, I'm not sure how the return warp works within their own internal logic, but
Okay, that's home planet. Yeah, Isaac, don't question it.
look, this game is made to be questioned. And that is the only thing that is the only question in this game that I don't know an answer to in universe. Everything in this game has an answer in universe. It's one of the reasons I love it.
No, you son of a biscuit. Let me go. Okay.
There we go. Not too bad.
Let me get some fuel and health. And now for the fun part. I am going to figure out how to get into the sun one.
Alright.
There has to be a way that I'm not seeing.
Is there anything about this place that changes?
The sand level around it? Liz, are you saying that I have to get here right the frick away?
I mean, not right away.
Ow. Okay.
And,
I've made it farther than I did last time.
and honestly, it should be possible to get through here just fine with mad jetpack skills.
Yes, which is why I am calling bullshit!
But you don't have to rush that much. It takes about a minute for the sand to start. Maybe 30. Yeah, about a minute for the sand to actually start shifting. And then it takes 2 circles around the planet for the sun to reveal enough to get in.
I need a minute, guys. I need a minute.
At 3.5 hours, I'm cutting you off.
No. Damn it, you're having to do to me what I did to you. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm only halfway through my pizza. Yeah, when Skippy finishes his pizza, then I can stop streaming.
Fine.
That was the deal.
You're only doing 2-hour chunks of this game.
I am very grateful I managed to get what I did. I just am highly annoyed.
Yeah. However, you start getting very angry, irritated, and start screaming after the 2 hour mark, maybe the 2.5 hour mark. And go try out your new theory.
What new theory? I'm sorry, I genuinely... Don't you have a new theory to try out? Well, yes, I do. I do not like it when I do something perfectly and it says, no, you did it wrong. It makes me angry. And a decent part of that is because of what I grew up with.
Okay, Abby, that it is fair to, if you did something perfectly and it punishes you anyway, it is fair to get angry at that.
Yes. I
The
know
issue
I
is-
didn't actually do it perfectly, which is what makes me angry because I'm trying to do it perfectly, but I'm not able to. It is very difficult.
Yeah.
However, I am very happy to try it from the sand perspective.
Which is why nothing in this game requires immense amount of skill.
Yeah.
A
Which is
very smart 3-year-old could get through this game.
a very smart what?
3-year-old.
Fair enough. I would not put it past Abram to be able to play this game.
You need no muscle coordination, you just need to understand the concepts or generally stumble in the right direction.
Yes.
You don't have to have any sort of fine control.
There we go.
Except when you're flying. The flying
Crap.
is the only thing
I am getting a
that
phone call.
Okay.
Yes, mother. No, I am in the middle of a stream and chaos is happening. I'm sorry. What's up? Mom? Yes. Sorry, I did not mean to get angry. It's just chaos happened all at once. Anyways, that was my mother. Babyman? Hi. What were you saying?
There is no... You don't need any skill to get through this game. Also remember to turn your screen back to the game.
Oh,
But,
sorry.
Skippy summed it up well. He said at the very beginning, when you first
But I
started
believe,
playing...
as I told you at the beginning of the game, there's nothing that is actually hard to do. You are simply, if you are finding something hard, you don't have knowledge or understanding, you need to progress. Yeah, I don't like it, if that makes sense.
This is a game about learning and patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh, crap.
This is the right side, correct?
I got no.
Skippy, it's
Balance
right
on it,
underneath the
balance on
torch, right?
Yeah. The one with the light is correct. Sorry, you're on a bit of a lag.
Ah, got it.
I can hear you before I see you. Yeah, get the guy from there.
Yeah, I know there are 2 levels.
How did you touch up?
Hmm?
Why didn't the column touch you up?
I don't know.
What did you have to report? Does that actually work?
I think it registered me as being inside the building.
Oh.
Guys, I did
Oh
it.
no, there is an overhang there.
I did it.
Hey,
Oh, I want to cry.
just go with him.
That was such a pain in the arse.
Oh, yeah, it's the hardest one by far. And honestly, took me longer than the other puzzles to figure out.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Oh. This is cool. 6 minutes and 40 seconds ago, increased solar activity detected. Sun station hull integrity approaching critical levels. Closing emergency doors. No user commands received for 10 minutes. All systems entering sleep. Warning, opens emergency door. Well, oh shit. Um
Wanna go for a spacewalk?
okay. Okay. Okay.
A little bit stressful, isn't it?
I need to breathe.
That's fair.
Oh, what is my heart rate at? That's my real question.
Oh. 784.
Oh crap, I have to get up and walk around. Cause if I don't, I'm gonna pass out when I try to get up. Hang on a second.
Heart beating two-phase.
Okay. Oh. So, real quick explanation for that. My mom and I have this disorder. It's very similar to POTS. But basically, all of the blood pools in our feet if we're sitting or laying down for too long. So then our heart rate drops, our blood pressure drops, whole 9 yards. So I was at 72 beats per minute, which is not healthy. Especially when I just went through something very anxiety inducing. We don't have to wake up every few hours, but we do have to be careful standing up. It's very, very similar to POTS. Just the main issue is all of the blood pools, and then certain valves don't work properly, so they'll just collapse when you stand up, which is not fun. Definitely not fun. Mission science compelled. What?
I think you moved your mic closer.
By the way, did you change the table of the game? I clearly remember.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, it's very well. Even without the ADHD, it would be hard. But with it, it's impossible. we first noticed it when we went to watch the Harry Potter movie 7, in theaters. Mom got up and hit the floor. And that was the first time she almost passed out from it. For me, I started noticing it around the time that I turned 17, because we would do a lot of really long car rides and our feet would swell, whole 9 yards. But I got up for the first time in, I think, a day and a half, and I legitimately passed out on my grandmother's driveway, which was not fun. Definitely not fun. It was brief, but, not fun. Science compels us to explode the sun.
I love how fast the line came back here.
Yeah, it's definitely a line. Can't we change this? I don't enjoy working in view of such a morbid mission statement, but it's accurate. We're going to create a soup. What? No! Our mission is to decide if such an irresponsible feat is even possible. You moron. Here's a better one. Mission: determine if it is possible to prompt the sun to explode. You lack a sense of humor. At least I don't lack a sense of ethics. Oh my god. Kindly refrain from going supernova on me before the sun does, idea. What the fuck? Like, I know I'm trying to be family friendly and the whole 9 yards, but genuinely, what the actual fuck?
Like, it made sense at the time.
These bastards are why I'm in this stupid fucking time loop? You know what? I no longer care about them all dying. I don't care. Approximate time until sun station is destroyed by exploding star: 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Approximate time until star's death: 14 minutes and 26 seconds. Wow. The star has reached the end of natural life cycle, now approaching red giant stage. Warning: evacuate the sun station. Okay. Yes. I don't care. What happened? Did the sun station not fire? It fired, Yarrow, but it failed. The sun barely responded. There was an infinitesimally small surface level changes, but they were barely visible even to the third eye. The sun station is useless. It will never and could never cause the sun to explode. I don't know what comes next, my friends, but I suppose we must start over. But I am unsure how to start over. Return to Ash Twin first, my friend. Perhaps a change of task would help. Spire noticed a comet approaching the star system we'd like to investigate. Pi, I hurt for you. My friends, we all know how hard you've both worked. I can only offer compassion. How are you? How is Idea? We are well, Yarrow, or as well as it can be expected given the circumstances. Though disappointed, I may have disagreed with exploding the sun. I never wished for the device to fail. I hoped our terrible work has finished. Still, I am genuinely mad that they tried to blow up the sun.
Why?
Because there's life. They had talked about there being life.
Yeah. Why do you think they were trying to blow up the sun?
I don't know.
They could have a good reason.
Where is my ship? On the other side of the sun.
When we reach the end of the game, I would need to have to give you the answers to any questions you still have.
Skippy, have you finished your pizza? Oh, shove it! Well, too bad. I am calling it here. I can't take any more emotional whiplash today. I had a bad day at work.
Fair.
Tired. I do have to say this much. Just for anyone who's curious. Yeah, I did discover some really cool stuff, and I will go over it at the beginning of next stream. But I do have to say this much for anyone who is ever going to be interacting with someone who is on the ACE spectrum. Hormonal changes kick you in the teeth. Hello, thank you for the follow.
That's a topic show.
Okay, here we go. Let's raid. Come on, let's all raid. This person has 1 viewer, so I'm like, we absolutely have to raid. Yeah! Whoop whoop! Ah, yay! With that being said, I am 100% going to call it here. I am exhausted. If you missed anything, have fun watching it again. Thank you everyone for rating. I very much appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next video. Go give Close Talker some love. They only have 1 viewer.
See ya.